Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Bella and today we're going to be going through all of the 25 book series that I am currently in the middle of. So I kind of wanted this video to be a little bit of a prequel for all of my finishing book series videos, so you can always come back and reference and see all of the series that I'm in the middle of and kind of like see how I'm going with each of those series. But we've got a long list ahead of us, so let's go through, let's chat about some series, and I'm very excited. Grab a drink, get comfortable, because we are gonna be here for a while. So the first book series that I am currently in the middle of, and that is the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I absolutely love this series. I have read 5 books and I have 5 more. This is a very long series. There's 10 books in this whole series. I have Thrive, Addicted After All, Fuel the Fire, Long Way Down, and Some Kind of Perfect left in this series, and I really do want to finish it. I just feel like, I don't know why I don't pick them up more often, because whenever I do, I have the best time. This basically follows a high elite family. It follows 3 of the sisters. So you have obviously Lily Calloway, and then you have Daisy Calloway, and then you have Rose Calloway. Personally, Rose is my favorite. I love Rose so much. But this series follows these 3 girls, and they are basically the daughters of this like multi-million-dollar family because they own a soda company. But they are very rich. They live very extravagant lives, and it's just so much fun. There's so much drama in here. You start off with Lily and Lo, and they have addictions. So Lily actually struggles with a sex addiction, and Lo actually struggles with alcohol addiction. So you go into this first book and it is very heavy. You follow these 2 characters and they are really struggling, and you see them overcome, and just they're just so lovable. They are so flawed, but it is just so entertaining. Oh my god, the drama you would not believe. This series is literally just like sit down, grab a cup of tea, and you're here for it. Like, it is so entertaining. These characters are so flawed. Like, all of them have their own issues, but like they know that they're privileged and everything, so it is like it's very fun to read about. These are very fun characters, and I love them all so much. Personally, my favorites are Rose and Connor. They own my heart. I love them so much. So basically in the first 3 books, so you have Addicted to You, Ricochet, Addicted for Now, and then you have Kiss the Sky, Hothouse Flower are the other sisters books, and then you go back for 2 books with Lily and Lo, and then you have the 3 books, which are all of them. I think they are a very entertaining family. I have a lot of fun with them. I think it's really good time. So if you're literally just looking for like a palate cleanser, even just like a bit of entertainment, like mindless, this is the series for you. Like, it is not hard to think. You just read it and you're just like, oh, I'm here for the drama. I'm here for it. It is so fun, and I have a great time with this. I love this series so much. I love these characters, and that is our first series. The next series that I have is the Assistant to the Villain series. This series is, I don't know how many books long it's going to be, but I am actually caught up to this series. The last one, Accomplice to the Villain, is coming out soon. I think maybe in August? I'm not 100% sure, but there is a 3rd book. I don't know if that's going to be the last of them, but I have a lot of fun with this. This is a really good time series. Basically, it follows our main character Evie, and she works for the villain. She gets a job with the villain, and he is very villainous, and you kind of go on this journey with them. He is grumpy, she is sunshine. They are so much fun to read about. It is seriously like, it is set in a fantasy world kind of, but it's like, it's not really too hard. There's not a lot of world building or anything. It's really fun. There's like this little frog, Kingsley, and he is just iconic. He holds up little signs, and it's just the funniest thing ever. Like, seriously, so much fun. I definitely recommend this series, again, for like a light-hearted read. Like, it's really not that serious. It's just a lot of fun, and you really root for the characters. I really like them, and I love their dynamic. I think it's really interesting having Evie at like a villainous layer where like he's literally people and she's just like la, you know. It's so much fun. I have a lot of fun with this series, and I'm very excited for the 3rd one to come out. The next series that I'm in the middle of is Boys of Tommen by Chloe Walsh. This series genuinely breaks my heart. I have read the first 2 books, which are Binding 13 and Keeping 13. I now have left Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and Taming 7. There are going to be more books in the series from what I know, but oh my god, these are chunky books too. These are like 700 pages, like 800 pages. These are big books, but they are so heartbreaking. Basically, it follows these teenagers in a school in Ireland, and it is just, it's almost like trauma porn, if you will. It is very traumatic. So please, 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 for the love of God, please check trigger warnings before you even attempt to start this series, because there are a lot of things that happen. There's a lot of emotional abuse, physical abuse, parental negligence. Like, it is these are sad books. These are like really, really, really emotional reads, but you are just so obsessed with these characters. Like, you really just want the best for them. You are just rooting for them 24/7. Like, you just want what's best for them, and I love them so much. Johnny and Shannon own my heart. I am so, so excited to go into the Joey books. It's just a beautiful, beautiful series. I absolutely love the characters. I'm terrified. I have Saving Six ready to go, but I'm terrified to read it because I think the next book is Joey's rendition of everything that happened in the first two books, and that is already traumatizing enough reading it from Shannon's point of view, let alone Joey's point of view. And I know his one struggle with drug addiction and stuff, so that will be a very hard read. I want to kind of like take a breather before I even attempt to jump into that book, but I love this series so much. These characters are beautiful. Genuinely, this is so far 5-star series for me. I love these characters so much, but again, please, before you even attempt, please check trigger warnings for this book, for this series in general, but absolutely love it. One of my faves. The next series that I'm in the middle of is the Caraval series. I don't know if that's like the actual just name of it. I think it's just Caraval. This is by Stephanie Garber. I know there's 4 books. I know the book that just came out, which is spectacular, is like a novella of that. But I have 3 books left of this series. I've only read the first one, but I had a lot of fun. This is like a circus kind of vibe. It's like colors and mystery and intrigue, and basically you follow our main character and her sister gets stolen. They go to Caraval, which is like I don't know if it's not an island, but it's like this big spectacular show, and you can't trust anybody, and you don't know who's real and what's not real, and if it's magic or it's not magic, and her sister gets stolen and she has to try and figure out what's happening. I am so, so, so excited to continue this series. I have Legend next, and then Finale, and then Spectacular. I don't know if you have to read Spectacular last or what you have to do, but I'm so excited to read this series so that I can get into the Once a Broken Heart series as well. I so want to read that. I know it's everyone's favorites, but I really want to read that. But I know that I have to read Caraval first, like this series. But a lot of fun. I'm gonna say it's like so far I've only read the first book. I think I rated it 3.75, but it's a pretty good series so far. We'll see where it goes. The next book series that I have is the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. I only have 1 book left, and that is the last one, which is Hopeless. And that follows Beau, which is the last brother, which is going to be very exciting because he is actually a soldier. He is in the army and works for the army, and he's very traumatized. So it's going to be a very, very heavy book, but I'm very excited to read that. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I still am excited to read that. This series is so, so much fun. Oh my god, cowboy romances get me in. I absolutely love it. Next up, we have the Kings of Sin series by Anna Huang. This series is so much fun. This is like billionaire romances. We have all of the 7 deadly sins. So it starts off with King of Wrath, then you have King of Pride, King of Greed, King of Sloth, and King of Envy is coming out very, very soon, which I'm very excited for. I'm all caught up until the King of Envy comes out soon, which I'm really, really excited. I love these books. These are so quick. These are like literally just over 300 pages, like quick billionaire romances. So, so easy to read. I have a lot of fun with this. Like, their different traits based off of these 7 deadly sins is so, so much fun. I think my favorite so far is the King of Sloth, which was the last one that just came out. I absolutely love Xavier and Sloane. They were so, so cute, but this is such a fun series. I mean, I definitely prefer this. I did read Twisted Love and I didn't really like it, but I'm absolutely loving this series. Anna Huang, I give this series a chance. I have so much fun with it, and that's basically that series. I think so far it's like a 4-star series. It's just fun, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good time, billionaire romances, and you just root for them. It's so fun. The next series that I have is the Love Light Farms series. I've only read Love Light Farms, and I have In the Weeds, Mixed Signals, and Business Casual. These are all based off of the seasons. So Love Light Farms was winter. I think the next one is, I don't know if it's spring. I think it's spring and then autumn and then summer, which I'm really, really excited for. And I just have heard such great things about BK Borison. I quite liked Love Light Farms. It wasn't like my favorite. I know a lot of people absolutely adore this book. I think it was like a very easy, like 3.75 kind of star read for me. Like, it didn't like amaze me, but I had a lot of fun with it. It was friends to lovers, really, really cute. She owns this Christmas farm and things are just going wrong, and she's trying to figure out what the hell is going wrong. Like, surely my luck cannot be this bad, but so so much fun. Again, 3.75, 4 stars so far. So we'll see. I'm very excited to get into more of her works, and I really, really do want to read First Time Call Up, which just came out. The cover is so beautiful. Oh my god. But so excited to continue this series. It's really cute. Oh, and they're so quick. They're like literally about 300 pages each. Again, such a quick little like palette cleanser books, so easy. The next series that I have is the Magnolia Parks series. I have only read the first book of this series, 5 out of 5 stars. I love this series. It is so flawed. These characters are literally nuts. It is London high elite kids with just like so much drama, and it's just crazy. So basically we followed Magnolia Parks and BJ, and their relationship is very, very, very toxic. Like, please do not go into this thinking, oh, it's gonna be like a cute little romance. No, they're like nuts. It's very, very toxic, but it's a good time. I don't want the drama in my life, but I like reading about it. It's just entertaining. Just a lot of fun so far. I mean, I'm absolutely loving this. I'm so excited to get into the Daisy Hates books. Oh my god, absolutely loving it. And yeah, so far, I mean, 5 stars for me. 6 out of 5 stars, if you will. I annotated this book like actually ridiculously, but so much fun. Oh my god, I'm loving the drama. The next series that I have, and I've only just started this book. I mean, I'm about halfway through this book, and that is The Monsters of Verity. So this is This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. It is a duology. I am currently reading This Savage Song. Loving it. It's so much fun. I mean, I can't talk about it too much because I haven't actually finished the book, but basically it's set in this world where there are monsters. There's 3 types of different monsters, and there's 2 sides of the city. So one side is the north side, which our main character Kate and her father kind of rule, and then the other side is August, which is our main male character, and his family rule that side, and they're completely opposed. In the middle is literally this seam where all these monsters come out of, and the monsters are kind of like bred through violence and all this stuff, and it's so interesting. Please read it. V.E. Schwab. Every single time. I love that woman with my whole heart. It is so much fun. It's so interesting, and I'm really getting a grasp on like what's happening, and it's so good. I'm so addicted to it. Please read this. The next series that I have is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I've only read the first 2 books in this, which are The City of Bones and The City of Ashes. I have a lot of books to go. I know this series, I mean, the whole Shadowhunters world is very big. Like, there are a lot of books, but I just kind of like, I read these books a couple years ago, and I had to stop after, I think it was at the first one, because I mean, incest, what is going on? And then I read the second book. I don't know if it happened in the second book or the first book. I don't really remember, but I was just like, what the hell is going on? But I did buy the 3rd book, and I am ready to read it. I still need to get back into this series and read the whole series because I feel left out. I want to be involved. Everyone has always loved this series, and I'm so late to the party, but I definitely do want to get into it again. Like, you know what I mean? I have to. It's good fun, but yeah, yeah. I mean, the first 2 books, like 3 star series for me so far, but again, I haven't picked up one in a very long time, so hopefully I kind of know where I'm getting into when I start the 3rd one, but we shall see. We'll see in my videos if it comes out. The next series that I have is the Naturals series, and this is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I didn't really like the Inheritance Game series. I liked the first 2 books, did not want to finish it, and I ended up DNFing that series. But the Naturals, I've read the first 2 books, absolutely adore. This is like a Criminal Minds, like teenagers kind of twist where they work for the FBI, but they're only allowed to work on cold cases, but like trouble keeps following them, and like so much fun. I am a Criminal Minds girly. I love that show so much, and this is so much like it. It is just so entertaining. Oh my god. There is a love triangle as well, which like kind of annoyed me, but I mean, what can you do? But this is like a 4-star series for me. I'm really liking it. I'm up to the 3rd book. There's only 4 books in this series, so I'm up to the 3rd one now, and I really want to read it soon because it's starting to get like really good. But yeah, that is the Naturals. The next series that I have is the Plated Prisoner series. So this is like the Guild kind of books. I read Guild and loved it. I think I rated it a 4.25 stars. I had so much fun with this, but I read that in February. I had so much fun with this. Basically, we follow our main character Oren, and she is literally made of gold. Like literally each strand of her hair, that kind of like literally every single part of her is made of gold, and she is stuck in this palace with this king Midas, and he kind of like owns her, but like they've grew up together. They went through some really traumatic times together, and he's trying to keep her safe. So you kind of like delve into that a little bit, and you don't know where it's going to go. I think the first book is a big setup for the rest of the series, like where it's going to go. So I am very excited to see where the rest of the series does go. And yeah, I think so far, I mean, that book was so much fun. I'm so excited to read the rest of the series and get more into it. It's gonna be very exciting, but yeah, really like it so far. The next series that I'm in the middle of is the duology, which is the Radiant Empire and She Who Became the Sun, and then the second one is He Who Drowned the World. I literally just finished this a couple days ago, had so much fun with this. This is a Chinese inspired, like, historical fantasy kind of vibe. This is basically based on 14th century China during the Mongol rule, and you really go through like the rebels and the Mongol rule and our main character, and she's destined to this fate to be nothing, and her brother is supposed to be this greatness. Like, he is supposed to, his destiny is to be great, and he actually passes away at the start of the book, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna take his fate. And it is so interesting. I had a lot of fun with this. It is very high stakes, so much fun. I really like this. It's kind of gives me the same vibes as the Poppy War. The Poppy War is one of my absolute favorites, but I really like this, and I'm very excited to read the second book. The next book series that I have is the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. I've read the first book, which is Red Queen, and had a lot of fun with this. This brought me back to my glory days of YA dystopian. Had the best time with this. So much fun. There is a love triangle, so you kind of figure out who to trust, who to not, and I'm very excited to continue the series. I read this in December of last year, and it's been sitting on my shelf for like literally 7 years, and it finally got read, and it's just so much fun. I had a lot of thoughts about this in my reading wrapped books video, so if you go check that out, you'll see more of my kind of like deep down thoughts of how I really thought. But this was so much fun, and like not at all what I expected, but so interesting. I then have Renegades by, again, Marissa Meyer. This is such a fun read. I literally read this book last week, I think it was. So much fun. This is superheroes versus villains, and you have our main characters and they're on opposing sides, but our main character, Nova, literally trials to be a renegade and then basically spies on them and sees what they're up to, because she is an anarchist and she is one of the villains and she is trying to take them down. So interesting. So much angst. Oh my god. I'm just so excited. And our main characters, we have Adrian and Nova, and you're just rooting for them. They're so cute together, but like, what's gonna happen? She's a villain, he's a renegade. Like, it is crazy. They all have like these crazy superpowers. It's so much fun to read. So excited to continue with the series. I next have the Charlemagne's series, but this is A Deadly Education, The Last Graduate, and The Golden Enclaves. I read the first book probably like 3 years ago, and I rated it 3 stars. It was so confusing, but I'm still in the middle of these. I still have 2 more books to go. The first book was so confusing, so I don't know how it's gonna go now that I literally don't remember it as well, so that's going to be kind of fun to go back to. I don't know if I'll keep going on with the series, we will find out, but yeah, it was like a 3-star series. It was so confusing, there was too much going on. The next series that I have is the Shepherd King, or the One Dark Window duology. This is by Rachel Gillig, and I read One Dark Window, I read that this year. I read that in January. 4.5 stars. I loved this book. Oh my god. I know I'd been recommended it, but I didn't realize how good it was. Like, the recommendation, guys, you killed it. You absolutely killed it. Oh my god, this is such a fun series. Basically, you're in this world and there's 12 Providence cards, and they basically endure magic, and there's this whole plot. I really like the idea of going into this blind, but this is so much fun. It's kind of like found family. The romance in this is so good, and I've heard the second book actually gets better. So far, such a good series. It has potential of being a 5-star duology / series for me, so I'm very excited to continue this series. And yeah, it's just so beautiful. The writing is incredible for her debut. This is absolutely incredible. This series is so much fun. I'm so excited to read her new book coming out, which is The Knight and the Moth, I think it is. So very excited to read that as well. But it's just so much fun. She is so talented in creating this world. Like, seriously, it's just so much fun. So please read this. The next series that I have is the Shadow Game series by Amanda Foody. This is Ace of Spades, King of Fools, and Queen of Vaults. I have read the first 2 books, but I'm up to Queen of Vaults. This is the last book. I read these 2 books, I think like 3 years ago, even 4 years ago. So I kind of don't really remember what happened, but I remember just being absolutely obsessed with this series, and I really wanted to read the next book, but I have my books in hardcover, and hardcover is so expensive in Australia, so I had to wait until I saw one on sale or something, and I finally found one. I have had it for like a year and a half, but I haven't haven't finished it, but I do really need to finish this series because it's so good. It's so underrated. I feel like no one talks about this series and it's so good. Like there's so much. It's basically in this world. From what I remember, it's like vaults are kind of like money, but they're like power as well. I don't remember too much, but this series is so much fun. Like really good. I think it's YA, but so good. And I loved our characters as well. The next series that I have is the Shadow Me series. I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've read 5 books out of this series and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left to go. I'm up to Restore Me. I'm very excited to continue this series. I absolutely loved it. I read it a couple years ago, the first few books, and just had so much fun. Oh my god, Aaron Warner. Ah! Oh my god, stop. But just so good. I really liked where the first book was really like not it for me, but the next book's oh my god, so good. And I've heard it just gets better from here, and I really do want to read her other series, which is this Woven Kingdom series. But this series is like everyone's favorite, so I know that I've got to speed it up on this series, and I know once I start I'm not going to be able to stop. So I think it's just like finding the time to actually start reading this series again. But so excited too. And the next series that I'm in the middle of is the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I've only read Twisted Love and it was okay. It was a bit strange for me. I don't know. It was like a 3 stars. It was like okay, but I've heard the next few books are really good. This one basically follows, it's 4 books about these 4 girlfriends and their romance stories, and this one is a bit strange. It's kind of like a, I don't know, it's brother's best friend romance, but he's kind of like a stalker. I don't know. This one was okay, but I've heard the next one is a princess and bodyguard retelling. Well, not retelling, but story. So I'm very excited to read that one and continue the series. But I'm really loving the Kings of Sin series, so I'm gonna see. This one isn't high priority for me now. Like, do want to get around to it when I get around to it. You know what I mean? It's just not up there for me. But yeah, so far, I mean, like I've only read that one, but it's like 3 stars. Like it's okay. It's definitely not like amazing romance books. Like I've definitely read better, but still fun. Do you know what I mean? And the last book series that I have on this list is the Windy City series. I have read the first book, Mile High. I rated this a 3.5 or 3.75 stars. This was okay. Our main male character kind of sucked. I'm gonna come out and say it. I mean, there was like some redeeming arcs, but like, I mean, I definitely probably would bump my rating down to like a 3 stars, even like a 2.75 low-key. But this, yeah, I've heard a lot of people say to honestly just start with the second book because apparently the second book is absolutely incredible, which is the right move. But there are 4 books so far in the series. There's another one coming out soon, which is Rewind It Back, I think. So there's Mile High, The Right Move, Caught Up, Play Along, and then Rewind It Back. But Mile High was very okay. I loved our main female character. I thought she was really cute. I just did not like our main male character. What was with him? He was just so, like, it was like he hated her almost. Like, it was just like calling her like her clothes like ugly and like, I don't know, just like making weird comments about her body, which I just, yeah, it wasn't for me. It was my favorite. Also, this is a very big book for a romance. I was kind of like, ugh, wrap it up, sister. But yeah, I'm very excited to read the rest of the series because I've heard absolutely incredible things about the rest of the series, and I know it can only go up from here because surely it can't get any worse. But anyways, those are all of my 25 book series that I'm currently in the middle of. I hope maybe if you have read some of these series, definitely let me know which ones I should prioritize and which ones I should not, just based on your guys' thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you have the best day ever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!